Call this regular meeting to order of the City Commission of Rio Grande City. It is Wednesday, February the 8th, 2023. It is 6:10 p.m. and we are at Commission Chamber, City Hall, 5332 East US Highway 83, Suite A. This time we'll have the invocation by Commissioner Escobedo, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Olivares.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, Amen. Lord, we thank you for all the blessings that you have upon us. We ask that you continue giving us the guidance, that you are the center of this beautiful city of Rio Grande, that you help every single one of us to make the right decision and everything to be for your glory. We ask all this in your name. Amen. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, gentlemen. This time we'll have the roll call and finding of quorum, 1B.
Mayor Villarreal,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Ramirez,
Here.
Commissioner De Leon,
Present.
Commissioner Olivares,
Here.
Commissioner Escobedo.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Solis. Next item is 1C, public forum. Do we have anyone signed up for public forum, Ms. Solis?
No, Mayor, we don't.
Okay. Next item is 1D, departmental reports. Chief? Fire Chief?
Good evening, Commissioners. Last month you approved a position to help us out in administration. I'd like to introduce our new appointed captain, Pedro Muñoz. He has 14 years of experience working with the department, with fire-related departments, and he'll be a great asset. I just wanted to come and give you thanks for getting the position, and just to want to present you guys the gentleman that will be holding that position.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Captain, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor and the Commission, for having me here. Just want to give thanks to Chief Muñoz for giving me this opportunity, and really excited for this new chapter in my life and in the fire service. Thank you.
Awesome. Hey, you better do a picture, sir. All right, come on up. We'll do a picture here. Of course. We're captain, of course.
Chief, how you doing? I'm good.
Ready, 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, sir. Anyone else, Chief?
No. Does any other director have anything to report?
Proclamation.
I just want to let the commission know about some numbers, some positive numbers. The city continues to grow. I didn't get to add them on your packet for the sales tax revenues for the month of February because they weren't available yet. They were just available today. We actually hit the highest sales tax that the city has ever received in the history. It's $597,000, and those represent the sales for the month of December. So that means that I guess citizens were shopping locally for their Christmas gifts.
And that represents the sales, the highest ever.
The highest ever. Last year in this month, we actually the first time that we ever hit 500,000, and this year we hit 597, close to 600,000.
Excellent. Nice.
Excellent. It's good news.
Those are excellent numbers. Of course, that calls for a celebration when you're historical highs again, best in the history of Rio Grande City ever. So, the staff, congratulations, phenomenal, and certainly all the work and dedication is finally coming to fruition as far as everything that's being developed, and now it's actually showing the actual results of it. So, congratulations, excellent news. And we absolutely have to report that at the State of the City address.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Cantu. Appreciate it.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners.
Yes.
I'd like to report a lot of activity that's happening. We just opened bids onto the projects, which is the offsite utilities and of course Las Brisas. On the 16th, we will open bids for the paving of Reina and Plainview. And on the 27th, we will open bids for the public safety building. So all of that in the month of February. And of course, within 30 days, we will get an official grant agreement for the $2.5 million allocated by Congressman Cuellar for the loop. And of course, we had a call today with NetBank, and they have finally agreed to provide almost $8 million for the collection sewer system towards the west. So those were finalized numbers today. So a lot of activity will be happening within the next coming months, and we're also gearing up with an application for TDA for hopefully another $350,000, some more street paving. So it's ongoing, a lot of things going, sir.
Again, excellent news. Hey, we're winning the lottery here, so thank you, Ms. Reyes, and again to all the staff. Excellent numbers to report and certainly great projects. So yes, you need to make sure we mention that in the State of the City address as well. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Barrera, are you?
Yes, good evening, Mayor, City Council.
Hi.
I have a new way to work at the city. We're gonna try this new method. Thank you. Have our city team. So it's not in the package yet, that's why I'm just brought it here.
Okay. It's a map. Thank you, sir.
You're gonna see there the colors, the weeks and the priority, our priority streets, which is 83, 3167, Abasolo, 755. We got that's gonna be the pink route. So week 1, it's gonna be the center of town. You can see the color, the yellow one. And week 2, it's the purple. And week 3, it's gonna be the green. Week 4, the blue. So if you all have any questions in our department, so we can keep track on our employees.
Is this a pilot program, or we're not implementing this yet? So we're going to try it out for a while and then implement it and communicate it to the public, or how are we doing?
Yes, we're going to try it for at least 2 or 3 months, see how it works. Then we'll just put it on the city website.
Okay.
And our brush collection is going to stay the same.
Okay. All right.
So if you have any other questions, these are Fernando's ideas, so he's really helping me on my department.
How are we doing, Mr. Barrera, with the brush collection? Are we still on schedule?
Yeah, we still have the same schedule on the brush collection.
Yeah, right now it's a little bit slow because people are not cutting down branches and stuff, but I know when it gets busy, I guess toward the spring and summer, people start
Yes, when we get to the spring, we get tied up.
Yeah.
So.
But are we still doing okay? I mean, we have enough trucks to go around to stay on schedule?
Yes, we still do the same routes.
Sir, how are we handling, like, I've driven around and I've seen like sofas and mattresses. I know that we don't collect those, but sometimes they're an eyesore and you do collect them out of curbside.
Yes, sometimes we just receive a call, or if we see it, we'll just go ahead and pick it up. Or if somebody has a call, we'll just send
But
somebody to.
ordinarily, we're not responsible to pick those up, right?
Actually, we are,
Okay.
yeah. On bulky items, not like construction materials, no.
But like mattresses and sofas?
Mattresses and sofas, yes.
Okay, that's good to know, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Barrera.
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Barrera.
Thank you.
Mayor, I just forgot, we got 1 new truck already. We're supposed to receive another 5 trucks within the next 2 weeks, and the F2 weeks at the beginning of March. So,
It's a
guys
total
are
of-
really excited.
Total of 15, correct? Was it 15 trucks? 13 vehicles? Go ahead, Ms. Villa.
Mayor, Commissioners, as reported earlier by the Finance Director, we are very excited to have record-breaking sales tax, revenues for the city. We continue to work hard to build and develop new projects that will attract more business and create more jobs. And so we're very, very happy. And we are sharing some of that information with the residents of Rio Grande City through your State of the City address coming up next week. But I am up here this evening also to bring some light and information to the public regarding the 175th anniversary of our community. And we do have a proclamation before you. As you know, the county, the school district, and the city are celebrating this milestone year for us. Celebrating 175 years is really exciting. But the proclamation we have for you recognizes February 10th as Founders Day in Rio Grande City in honor of Rio Grande City founder Henry Clay Davis. So I'm hoping that you would be giving us the honor of reading that proclamation, because you do a much better job than I do, and sharing some of that history with the public.
Thank you, Ms. Guillen. It would certainly be an honor and privilege to read this proclamation. A proclamation of the City Commission recognizing February 10th as Founders Day in Rio Grande City in honor of Rio Grande City founder Henry Clay Davis. Whereas Rio Grande City's founder, Henry Clay Davis, soldier, merchant, landowner, state senator, Texas Ranger, and founder of Stark County seat Rio Grande City, was born in Georgia on September 29, 1814. And whereas the Davis family moved to Kentucky in 1816, when Henry was 2 years old, and where he lived until the age of 20. And whereas on November 9, 1836, Davis arrived in San Antonio and enlisted into the 1st Cavalry Regiment and was active in the military during the years of the Republic of Texas, rose to the rank of captain when he resigned from his post in 1842. And whereas on April 21st, 1846, Davis married Maria Hilaria de la Garza, daughter of Teodoro de la Garza and granddaughter of Francisco de la Garza Martinez, and heir to Carnestolendas Porción 80, which had been in the family since the 18th century as granted by the King of Spain during colonization. And whereas Davis and Maria Hilaria moved to Carnestolendas and named the land Rancho Davis, where he established Davis Landing, a docking area for steamboats on the Rio Grande River just days prior to the start of the Mexican-American War. And whereas upon the end of the Mexican-American War and the signing of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo on February 2nd, 1848, the Texas legislature established Stark County, naming Rio Grande City as county seat on February 10th, 1848. And whereas Davis partnered the new town after Austin's layout with the main road from the Rio Grande River leading to the courthouse, and later that same year, he leased land to the United States Army to establish Ringgold Barracks on October 26, 1848. And whereas in 1849, Davis was elected state senator representing Starr, Cameron, and Webb counties in the 3rd Texas legislature, and served on several committees, including military affairs, Indian affairs, finance, and county boundaries. Whereas the City Commission recognizes and designates February 10th as Founders Day in Rio Grande City to salute the man whose vision, determination, and dedication gave life to the city of Rio Grande City, which will turn 175 in 2023. Now, therefore, I, Joel Villarreal, Mayor of the great city of Rio Grande City, and on behalf of the City Commission, do proclaim every February 10th as Founders Day in Rio Grande City in honor of Rio Grande City founder Henry Clay Davis. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, for sharing that history with our community.
It's a nice proclamation.
It
Get
is.
a copy of that, maybe get it framed or something. Yeah. Okay, it's very nice, right? Yes. A lot of information.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. I'll be brief, but some numbers definitely I want to share with you.
Keep them coming, sir.
Yes. So the last 3 years, and this is only building construction valuations. I'll start with 2020 on residential numbers. There was an investment value of $8.9 million in 2020. 2021 is $11.6 million. 2022 is $13.5. Commercial, 2020 was invested $5.3 million, 2021 $7.5 million, and 2022 $21 million, $21.5 million. And we already lined up a couple of projects, Take 5, Dutch Brothers Coffee, etc.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We need to go buy lottery tickets. That's awesome, excellent numbers, and of course the work and dedication is reflecting on all the successes that are coming to our city, so cannot stress enough. It's phenomenal to hear and see that. Any other department that would like to share the wonderful things that are happening in your departments? No. Anything else, Chief?
No, we're good.
All right, thank you. Next item is consent agenda. A, City Commission meeting held on January 11, 2023, and B, approval of action taken at the meeting of the rgc-tv board meeting held on January 11, 2023, and approval of departmental travel requests.
Mayor, I move that we approve the consent item agendas A and B, 2A and 2B.
Second. We have a motion to approve by Commissioner Ramirez, second by Commissioner Olivares. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, your left. Motion passes. Next item is 3, presentation. A presentation by Lineberger, Logan, Blair, and Sampson, delinquent tax collection report.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. For the record, Jimmy Gonzalez with Linebarger. We're delinquent tax collection attorneys, and thank you for letting me speak to you guys tonight and continue for being your attorneys to collect these taxes. At Linebarger, just to let you guys know and the public, we work on 2 basic premises. Number 1 being communication with your taxpayers. My job is to talk to them, and when you hear the tax man calling, people get scared, they don't answer their phones, they think we're going to take away their house. So foremost, my job and my workers here in Rio Grande is just to call them and let's set a payment plan. Let's communicate about what we can do for you. We're not here to take anybody's land away. So that's the first thing we do, communication, communication, communication. When that doesn't work, we move to the second prong of my work, is litigation. If you look at the report that's in front of you, I can talk to you first about our communication efforts. During the past year, and I'm here to speak of the fiscal report from October 1st, 2021 through September 30th, 2022. What we do is we do demand mailings. So for your residents of Rio Grande City, we did 6 demand mailings with over 11,000 statements mailed. If that doesn't work, we get no communication, we do phone calls. We did over 300 phone calls this past year. When that doesn't work, we do home visits. We actually go to these individuals' homes and we knock and talk. Again, this is who we are. Don't get worried, don't get scared. Let's enter in a payment plan so we can help out and come to a reasonable resolution. And that has resulted in 16 payoffs. When that doesn't work, we go to litigation. Litigation is filing a court in one of the district courts here in Stark County, the 381st or 229. When that happens, we serve the individuals. That gets people attention when a process server or a sheriff or deputy goes to their house. Again, I want to make it very clear, we still work with your taxpayers to enter into payment plans. For this past year, we filed 54 lawsuits, took 20 judgments, 20 lawsuits were disposed, 32 judgments, and we have 233 cases that are pending. Now, why are there so many pending? For many factors, but primarily is because when we get someone in court, they get worried, they get scared, they start making payments, and we don't move to judgment. We reset the case, allow them to make payments. When the payments are completed, we dismiss the lawsuit. So it's a tool we use. When that doesn't work and we take judgment, the next thing we do is we can foreclose on someone's property. You look at the next page of my report, page 3, so it shows that we've had 2 tax sales the past year and 2 resale the past year. 12 properties were put for sale. I want to make it very clear on direction from all of you, the commissioners and the board, all these properties were not homestead designated accounts. And we attacked properties that were abandoned, commercial properties or vacant lots. Now, one of these properties were homes that we kicked somebody on the street because frankly, it's not good for business, right? For us or for you. You get calls, I get calls. So these properties are considered, as you said earlier, Commissioner, eyesores, like the mattresses. We're trying to attack those. It can be cumbersome at times because those properties may be passed down from generation to generation. We try to serve people, make sure we got everything correct. And there's many legal obstacles with that, but we try to attack those properties, especially on Main Street, so that we can have new taxpayers that clean up those properties and they're paying taxes to give revenue to your city. The next item on my report here is our collections. And I gave a 5-year report just for the fact that, frankly, I haven't been here in a very long time. And I give credit to Ms. Solis here. She called me one day and was like, hey, we need you to come and report. So I know through communication with her, I'll be here much more often. I'll be happy to be here to give quarterly reports whenever you need me. For this past year, we collected, the dark blue area in my report is base taxes. The light blue is penalty and interest. We collected $340,000 this past year. As you can see in the 5-year report, we're about $6,000 less than last year. And I'm not worried about that for 2 big reasons. Last year, we had the benefit of the American Recovery Program that allowed taxpayers to apply for a grant to pay for their taxes. And that was very successful here because of the work of your tax assessors, Ms. Laura Garcia at Rio ISD and Ms. Amelia Salinas at the Starr County Tax Office. And number 2, we had 2 stimulus checks last year, and whenever those came in, we had a big jump in taxes that were paid. We didn't have any of that this year, and we're only $6,000 off. As you can see from the 5-year report, last year was a record-breaking year, and I only did the 5 years, but it went back 10 years. This year, we're only $6,000 off. It's our second best collecting year, at least in the last 10 years that I went back. We try to grade ourselves off ourselves. So I know that there's budget amounts that the city has for us, but we don't try to hit that. We try to beat last year's mark. We were $6,000 short from last year. My team's working hard to beat that this year. And I'm very confident we will. We actually have a tax sale next month that we have many properties for sale. If anybody's interested, you can go to our website, linebarger.com, and you can see which properties are for sale in Starr County, the Rio Grande, city of Rio Grande area. But looking at that, just to reiterate, I'm very excited about this next year. We're doing very well. I imagine we'll continue to do well. Have any questions?
So I like that approach, obviously, where it's the soft approach and then you elevate it based on the response of the individual.
Yeah, it's something we did establish during COVID called compassionate collections. You don't want to hit somebody over the head, right? So it's been very effective. As you can see, the last 2 years have been the 2 biggest collection years in the last 10 years at least. So it's working. And I think when you respond with people, honey tracks more flies than vinegar, right? So if you're nice with people, you talk to them, you explain them, we're there. We have designated offices in Rio Grande ISD tax office with an employee there, Felipe Gomez. And we have somebody, Jennifer Garza, at the Starr County tax office, where when you have somebody face-to-face that can talk to people, answer their questions, that's very powerful also. So we have a good team. We're continuing to do well for the city, and I'm very optimistic.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Next item is 3B, presentation of the annual Rio Grande City Police Department Racial Profiling Report.
Mayor, Commission, good evening. This is our 2022 Racial Profiling Report. By law, we have to present it to our City Council. So in the package, you actually have our full report that we submitted to TICO. For 2022, we had a total of 7,163 traffic stops. Out of those 7,166, over 4,700 were in city streets, 1,900 on US Highway 83, 470 on the FM roads. And out of the 7,166 traffic stops, a total of 716 citations were issued for 2022. And a couple of years ago, the racial profiling report got a little bit more strenuous. It used to be 2 pages long, now it's 9 pages long. So it breaks down the race of every single individual and the reasons that they were stopped.
Any questions for Chief? Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Stay there, you have another 3 items to go right now.
Stay there,
Not going
sir.
anywhere. 4. 3 or 4 items, yes.
All right, next item is 4A, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve Resolution 2023-01, a resolution authorizing the Deputy City Manager to apply for and accept a grant from the Department of Justice and Office of the Governor for the Drug Human Trafficking Prevention Program, grant number 2785010, to be operated for fiscal year 2023-2024.
This year, we're applying for the Drug and Human Trafficking Prevention Program. This grant allows us to actually pay the salary of one of our officers, Octaviano Ramirez. This is the 10th year that we're applying, and we do need a resolution to go forward with it. We're applying for $50,030.40. That would cover his salary and fringe benefits.
Any questions, or we entertain a motion at this time?
I second.
We have a motion to approve item 4A by Commissioner Olivares, second by Commissioner Escobedo. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, left. Motion passes. Next item is 4B, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve Resolution 2023-02, a resolution authorizing the Deputy City Manager to apply for and accept a grant from the Office of the Governor Local Security Grant Border Star Grant number 3066008 to be operated for fiscal year 2023-2024.
This is another grant that we're applying for, the local border security, which is Border Star. It allows us to pay overtime for officers for border security needs. So we are applying for a total of $105,000, and we need a resolution to continue forward.
You said 105?
$105,000.
We entertain a motion?
I so move.
Okay, we have a motion to approve item 4B by Commissioner Ramirez, second by Commissioner De Leon. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, left. Motion passes. Next item is 4C, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve Resolution 2023-03, a resolution authorizing the Deputy City Manager to apply for and accept a grant from the Department of Justice and Office of the Governor of the Crime Victim Liaison Program, grant number 308-7907, to be operated for fiscal year 2023-2024.
This is another grant that we're applying for. This allows us to pay for the salary and fringe benefits of our crime victim liaison. We are applying for $42,272.42. It will cover her salary, fringe benefits, and some of travel to get her better trained. And we need a resolution to continue the process.
So have a motion to approve item 4C by Commissioner Olivares.
I second.
Second by Commissioner Escobedo. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, your left. Motion passes. Next item is item 4D, which is discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve Resolution 2023-04, a resolution authorizing the Deputy City Manager to apply for and accept a grant from the Department of Justice and Office of the Governor for the Violence Against Women Formula Grant Program, grant number 4050604, to be operated for fiscal year 2023-2024.
This is another grant that we apply for every year. This is for our crime victims, violence against women, or VAWA detective. So all she's assigned to is violence against women, investigate sexual assaults, domestic violence. For this year, we're applying for $48,401.52. It pays for her salary, fringe benefits, and some travel. This is the only grant that we're applying for that has a cash match. The cash match is $20,743.51. And we need a resolution to continue the process.
Entertain a motion at this time.
I so move.
Okay, we have a motion to approve item 4D by Commissioner De Leon, second by Commissioner Ramirez. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, your left. Motion passes. Next item. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Chief.
Next item is 5, letter A, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve the request by Texas A&M Agri-Life Extension regarding the Veterans Middle School Connectivity Project.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners.
Yeah.
Back in October of '21, we brought this to the commission, the project for the safety issue concern in front of Veterans Middle School in San Roberto Street.
Yes, sir.
It's been approved. We just need approval from the commission. All it's gonna cost the city is gonna be labor, but we're gonna do it in-house. But CDC and we've been partnering up with Texas Agri-Life and we're just waiting for approval.
Entertain a motion.
I so move item 5A.
And everything's in the package, if you have to see, so.
Have a motion by Commissioner Escobedo, a second by Commissioner Olivares. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed? Motion passes. Next item, thank you, Mr. Aguirre.
Thank you, sir.
Next item is 5B, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding surplus and auction of city property. Item 5B.
Yes, Mayor, there's some items that are considered to be surplus, and they're I guess some computer items and some other stuff that we need to get rid of. Some of the hard drives have been cleaned, removed, restored, and this will hopefully go in our next auction, police department auction.
They've all been wiped? All the-
Yes.
Okay, do we entertain a motion?
I so move.
Okay, we have a motion to approve item 5B by Commissioner De Leon.
That's a motion.
Second by Commissioner Ramirez. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes. Next item is 5C, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding TWDB 73644 lift station project contract with 5 Star Clark Construction LLC for change order number 6.
Mayor and Commissioners, this change order was presented some time back, and we were directed to send it to Texas Water Development Board to see if they would pay for the cost. In the conversations and discussions had, they said that they were not opposed if the city wanted to take on the additional costs that were associated because of COVID prices. And so we're bringing back this change order. The only thing is that this one, we went ahead and let them, the contractor finish with the fence that's at Los Garcias lift stations, and that is now complete. With this change order, this project will finally be complete with all the other lift stations that have been done.
Okay. Any questions, or do we entertain a motion at
Just to
this time?
clarify, Ms. Bear, the total, this invoice is $25,556? Is that what it is?
No, the,
After deductions, the total is for $25,556? Is that correct, or am I reading this wrong?
no.
That was the additional,
There was a previous one of 27 back when they were doing the lift station of BBVA, back then BBVA, which is now PNC Bank. This change order is now for $40,000, $498.
Where is that?
For 98.29.
Page 155 of 235.
yeah, 155.
And that's the price that includes with the addition of all the additional
I was looking at the other
costs.
attachments.
And no one,
And staff recommends to approve this, and we're,
yes, sir. We did sit down with the contractor and the engineer, went through all of them, and the only change that we made, we were going to deduct the fence and do it in-house, but we went ahead and let him just finish completely the project with the increased price.
and with this, it'll close out that project and we're done.
Done, 5 years.
Why do we have two, man? We have,
Yeah, I was looking at that one, that's why I asked, but that's the old.
Because it had been presented before.
oh, this is the one that was presented before. I see, okay. Sorry. I need to get up in the morning.
Any other questions for Ms. Beas, or are we ready to entertain a motion at this time?
I move that we approve change order number 6 as presented.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion to approve item 5C by Commissioner Olivares, second by Commissioner Ramirez. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes. Thank you, Ms. Beas. Next item is 6, contracts and agreements. Letter A, discussion, consideration, and possible action for expenditures valued less than $50,000 and for similarly valued contracts that were selected in compliance with Section 252.0215 of the Local Government Code.
Yes, Mayor, you have several expenses here for chemicals that are on a monthly basis. We also have a payment to this SBA Tower, and we also have 5-Star Clark, which is the one that the final for the one that you guys just saw right now, and I think there's another for IOC and SAMES also for some of their projects. If y'all have any questions, directors are here to answer them. There's also another one for professional services for auditor, and that concludes the pay.
Refresh my memory on that 4% increase each year for the tower rental site. That's, let me go back.
Well, we have to pay for the rental, Mayor, and I believe this gets reimbursed to the city for the tower. For the
Tower on
communication
Eisenhower?
tower, the 14 acres, yes.
Okay, and that we're reworking that contract, right?
Yes, we pay for it and it gets reimbursed to the city through our communication agreement. And, well, I guess we'll bring that tower lease up in another.
Okay. Yes. All right, we entertain a motion at this time.
I so move, Mayor.
Okay, have a motion to approve item 6A by Commissioner Escobedo. Second by Commissioner Ramirez. Faster still.
Fastest in the West.
All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes. Next item 6B, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve the procurement for 26 bullet resistant shields from the Bullet Resistant Shield Grant Program made pursuant to 5.022A2 of the Local Government Code.
Mayor, Commission, good evening again. I'm glad to say we were approved for a grant that we applied back in August of last year. The police department with the city received a total of $105,330 with 19 cents. This will go forward to purchasing 26 bullet-resistant shields. The total cost for all 26 is $105,997 with 38 cents. The grant reimburses what was awarded. The only thing that we would have to pay out of pocket is $667 with 19 cents. The company we are purchasing the shields from, if approved, are part of a buy board, and they do have a buy board contract.
And those are the ones that are handheld and...
Yeah, we're getting different sizes. A couple of them are, 6 of them are a little bit larger. Those are for more entrances into search warrants at houses and stuff. The other ones are for the officers. In situations like today, everyone would be equipped with one of those. Each one has a view port and lights on it, so you don't have to be holding your flashlight. So,
Nice. I move that we approve item 6B, Mayor.
We have a motion to approve item 6B by Commissioner Olivares, second by Commissioner Escobedo. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Next item is 6C, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve contract by and between the City of Rio Grande City and the Street and Project Specialist, Fernando Guerra.
Yes, Mayor, Mr. Guerra was hired on a contract through the COs last year, And the year went by really quick, so his contract is up. He's been doing real good for us. The legal worked on the contract. It does have a 30-day out, like the majority of our contracts, and he's been doing a great job for us here in the city. So you guys have any questions on the contract?
We entertain a motion at this time. Okay, we have a motion to
Second as well.
approve by Commissioner Olivares, second by Commissioner Escobedo. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed? Motion passes. Mr. Guerra, congratulations, sir. Would you like to say a few words?
Continue your hard work, sir.
Well, and I think everybody knows that Mr. Guerra was the first public works director. I got a picture when he was probably really young. The city started, so
He still is. Yeah, well, Mayor, thank you all so much. We have a lot of work ahead of us to get done, and hopefully we'll get, do good things this coming year, so.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Great job.
Next item is 6D, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve the position and contract of the Planning and Procurement Field Coordinator with the City of Rio Grande City.
Yes, Mayor, this is a position that we have some funds for someone that can come in and look at the planning. We have one applicant that applied for his position with extensive experience. Not an engineer here, but he could come in and we could use all the expertise that he has. He's an engineer in Mexico, but his expertise is all the same in what he is here. So we're asking that, I'm asking the commission if you would allow me to negotiate and execute the contract with Mr. Ureña. And, if y'all have any questions on that, I know that, I just spoke to Mr. Milan, and he'd be able to help him. The gentleman has extensive knowledge in all kinds of construction, and, he'd be someone that would be a great asset to the city in that part. So recommending 6 months trial period and see if it would work out, and then we take it from there.
We entertain a motion?
So move, Mayor.
Okay, we have a motion to approve item 6D by Commissioner Ramirez, second by Commissioner De Leon. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes. Next item is 6E, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding termination of contracts with TWG for Project 2020-03 Public Works Building and Project 2020.08 Animal Kennels Expansion.
Mayor and Commissioners, sometime back, the council had awarded the contract with the Warner Group, and since then, no work has actually been done. There's some renditions that she assisted with. So in lieu of saving some money and possibly being able to do more with the funds in-house through the Public Works Department, and the consideration for you all to do is to possibly terminate the contract so we can use those funds to use in-house. I believe Ms. Warren has been, notified. She's got a lot on her plate right now with both buildings, with the school and the city public safety building, and now that they're taking off, she has no problem with this.
Are any monies owed to her based on what she did previously? Or no?
She did not say that there was any, but if it would be very minimal.
And just to refresh our memory, at this point, we would continue with the kennels, for example. We would do it in-house, and I guess the plans are for us, again, to do it in-house and make sure that we get more bang for the buck. Correct.
Yes, maximize.
Maximize the dollar, stretch it. All right. And that's something we feel comfortable that we can do ourselves.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. The present building was built in a sense to get expanded. It is prefab and metal, so it would be just a matter of enclosing that carport and framing it in the inside. And we can do that with just the city working as a general contractor and hiring subs.
And it would be expanding the kettles and also continue with the operation as far as future spade and neuter services there.
Yeah, the way of doing it in this manner would allow us to do more, like you said.
All right. We entertain a motion at this time. Have a motion to approve by Commissioner Olivares, second by Commissioner Ramirez. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes.
I believe it was for both the kennels and the Public Works building.
It's for both, yes.
Yes.
As per, we're good there, Mr. Peña? Because they are both on there. Next item is 6F, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve time suspension letter from IOC for project 2020-04 RGC street improvements.
Mayor, on this one, I believe you had some legal questions, and maybe that
If no one objects, we'll move this item to executive. No objection, we'll move to executive. Next item is 6G, discussion, consideration, and possible action to award the bid and award contract for Las Brisas Water Line Improvements Project.
As I mentioned a while ago, we did open the bids, and you have a packet, in your packet, the memo. For Las Brisas, we only had one bidder, which was Science Brothers. And they did come within $3,000 of the engineer's estimate. So it is within the realm of what we have budgeted. This is, once the water line is installed, then the paving can go in afterwards. We will probably be advising the people who live there that they will have about maybe 6-9 months to connect to the new line, so we can abandon the old line that's behind their homes in a very narrow spot, and it's a very old PVC line which breaks, very frequently.
And refresh my memory on this one, the amount, and this would be paying out of, refresh my memory on.
The PUD bond money, sir.
All right, entertain a motion at this time. Okay, we have a motion to approve item 6G by Commissioner Ramirez, second by Commissioner De Leon. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes. Next item is 6H, discussion, consideration, and possible action to award the bid and award contract for RGC Public Safety Development Water and Sewer Line Project, RFP 22.004.
You have the memo within your package. We did receive 2 bids. This was our 3rd attempt. There were 7 companies that did pick up the packages. 3rd time's the charm. We got low bidder as JF Trenching and Paving, and they are below the budget.
Okay, have a motion to approve item 6H by Commissioner Ramirez, second by Commissioner Olivares. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes. Thank you, Ms. Reyes. Next item is 6I, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve the Eagle Scout Service Project for the purpose of improvement to the Fordyce Nature and Hiking Trail. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello. Good evening. I'm Omar Mendoza from Boy Scout Troop 93. I'm here to seek your support for my Eagle Scout project, which is going to help improve the Fordyce Nature and Hiking Trails. What I plan to do is I want to add a wayfinding sign, a covered bench area, and an informational sign. Now, my proposal application requires that I get a signature from my project beneficiary, which would be the City of Rio Grande City. So if you all do approve of the signature, I could send my application to the Boy Scout Council. And if they approve, I plan on coming here once again and giving a more formal presentation of what my project is going to be like. And my project is to add a wayfinding sign, a covered bench area, and an informational sign. For the wayfinding sign, I plan for it to look something like this, and then there's also going to be a map on one side of it, and I plan on the other side having safety tips on how you should prepare for the hike and what to do if you encounter something. Now for the covered bench area, I plan for it to look something like this. My Boy Scout will, yeah, something like that. And next to that covered bench area, that's where I plan to have the informational sign. And the informational sign, I'd like for it to have information on the wildlife that you may encounter while hiking. And I'd also like to thank the city and anyone who helped fundraise my project. Once again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here and talk to you about my Eco Scout project. Thank you.
What is the cost to the city?
The cost to the city is nothing. It's all going to be either I'm going to get the money from fundraisers or I will personally.
And how did you decide, or how did you come about this project?
Well, I often go to the Fordyce Nature and Hiking Trails, and I noticed that like a long time ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, the wayfinding side there collapsed and then they just got rid of it. So ever since then, I was thinking about what I could do for my Eco Scout project, and I decided that doing that would be a good idea, along with the addition of a covered bench area and an informational sign, because that's going to help improve the area, and it's going to make more people want to go.
Well, I would like to commend you for volunteering and for doing what you do for your community. But I do have a question for you. Is it going to be just for hiking, or is it also going to be for biking, or what? Your plan is just for the hiking part?
Well, there's both a hiking part and a biking part of the trails, but I mainly plan to focus on the hiking part.
On the hiking part. Well, thank you very much for doing that. There's no decision there, or no motion?
Yes.
No, there is a motion. There's a motion?
Yes. At this time, we entertain a motion.
I so move.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Escobedo to approve item 6I.
I second.
Second by Commissioner De Leon. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes.
And come back to us if we can help you with anything.
Of course.
As Commissioner Escobedo, again, certainly thank you for your service and for volunteering your time and efforts. It's great to see young individuals that are willing to give back to a community, and it goes a long way. So kudos to both of you. Kudos to the Boy Scouts as well. And awesome that you're able to, again, accommodate a project that's beneficial to a community, but also that interests you, and cannot stress enough the importance of volunteering, our effort, time, dedication, commitment. So thank you so much for coming in, and definitely look forward to seeing this project come to fruition in the very near future. So
Yeah, Mayor, I'll also add that, again, congratulations on what you're doing for the city, and like the Commissioner said, if you see anything or notice anything that we can help you with or improve, obviously just let us know. I think that's very used trails and all that. I think that, I haven't been there in a while, but I know that there's always something we can improve on. So if there's anything that you notice that you can recommend to the city that we can improve on, then we'll be definitely able to help you. So thank you.
Thank you.
And just one last thing, just to educate me on that, if I remember correctly, the Eagle Scout is at the highest level of the organization, right? This is like the graduation of all the scouts, so.
Nice.
Awesome, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That goes a long ways. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is 7, planning, letter A, discussion and possible action on preliminary approval of the Union Heights RV Resort Station subdivision.
Mayor, Commissioners, this is a one-lot subdivision. It's for RV Park Resort. It's on the east side of town towards the Garciasville area. It's along 83. It is going to be serviced by sanitary sewer by La Union Water Supply and an 8-inch water line also. This plat has been approved by the Planning and Zoning Commission on their January 19 meeting. The engineer is in the audience also if you have any questions too.
On this, and it's for an RV, what, are there going to be any requirements or parameters as far as the RV park itself? What are the specifications of anything? And the reason I'm asking is how do we avoid from turning into one of those trailer parks that are dilapidated?
Yeah, exactly. I believe Mr. Chappa's got he's going to have some restrictions on rental similar to areas in Edinburgh and county.
Mayor, Council, good evening, Ruben Chapa, engineer for Rio Delta. The reason for it being a one-lot subdivision, it will be partitioned interior and interior for rental spaces.
The owners have specified, that they're calling it a resort because it will be not just a bus or an old trailer. It's got their own requirements. We cannot set their restrictions. It's up to the owner to support it if, he wants the business. It's supposed to have a pool, I believe a washateria, stuff like that. But it's supposed to be, we don't have a rendering per se, but my understanding it's supposed to be a nice rental park, not just any trailers like we've seen before.
And this is where, Chula? Again, just...
This is right across the street. It goes to Union Elementary, in the corner.
Okay, so that's the one within our ETJ, that's why it's coming over.
It's right in front of Union Heights, where that antenna tower is.
Yeah.
How many RVs? Like, for how many
I believe,
parking spaces?
24 spaces, I believe. 24 or 28.
Gated here, right?
I think there's some Are they like targeting like winter Texans or
anybody
with an RV?
Yeah, sometimes people come
Spaces will be
hunting
for
and
rent.
yeah.
And Mr. Mayor, if it would so entertain the commission, you could possibly push it into executive to discuss possible ordinances.
Sure. No one objects, can move this item to executive. Sure. No objection? Move to executive. Next item is 7B, discussion and possible action on preliminary approval of the Highlands at Embassy subdivision.
Mayor Commissioner, this is a 3-lot subdivision along Embassy Street. It's just north of Laredo State. The owners, they are separating, again, residential. There's a future potential for commercial maybe, but at this point it's going to be residential use. It's 3 big lots along Embassy. It has been approved by PNC in the last meeting. It will be serviced by El Tanque Water Supply.
Those are the ones over here by veterans, or where is this at?
This is...
An embassy about...
Okay, an embassy back over here.
South of, I guess, El Gallero Restaurant, just south of that.
Okay.
About half a mile before the high school.
But those are not inside city limits, right?
No, it's not. Within 1 mile ETJ.
Okay. Any questions?
Do we need a motion for that?
Yes.
I so move.
Okay, we have a motion to approve item 7B by Commissioner Olivares.
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Escobedo. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes. Next item is 7C, discussion and possible action on preliminary and final approval of the re-subdivision of Lot 5D out of re-subdivision of Lot 5C of the St. Ives subdivision.
Yes, sir, Mayor, this is the place where the Take 5 oil change is going to be right next to the east side of Wendy's. Again, it's a replat because there's going to be another site for future development. We don't know what it's going to be, the other lot. But again, this is the replat.
And that's the one between Wendy's and
Joyeria Daisy.
right?
Yes, sir.
That's it. Okay.
Yes, sir, Mayor.
So there's enough room for 2
Yes,
businesses there?
correct.
Entertain a motion at this time. So, have a motion to approve item 7C by Commissioner Olivares, second by Commissioner De Leon. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes. Next item is, we're in executive session, Chapter 551, Texas Government Code, Section 551.071, and Section 551.072, and Section 551.074. It is 7:09 p.m. All right, we're back from executive session. It is 9:10 PM, and, which is item 9, reconvene into regular session in consideration of action on matters discussed during executive session. Now, going back to item 6F, there's no action on item 6F. And we move on back to item 7A.
Mayor, at this time, I would like for us to table, make a motion to table item 7A.
I'll second.
Have a motion to table item 7A by Commissioner Olivares, second by Commissioner Escobedo. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes. Next item is 9A, no action. Item 9B, no action. And item 9C, no action at this time. Any other announcements? State of the city on February the 16th. Make sure we have that big check with that, the sales revenues that are record. Again, historical highs. Hey, awesome. So, and that could be with a spotlight on it. Hey, historical high, we're making history here. So with that, do we entertain a motion to adjourn? I have a motion to adjourn by Commissioner Ramirez, second by Commissioner Olivares. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes. Meeting is adjourned, 9:11 PM.